In July, we flew to Taiwan for a percussion symposium my fiancé Joe was teaching at in the southern region of the island. We landed in Taipei and immediately hopped on the high-speed rail to Tainan, 310 kilometers in just an hour and a half. I was shocked at how smooth it was. I barely felt like we were moving.
Here we are.
There's a typhoon.
It's okay.
Upon our arrival, we were greeted with a weather warning. A typhoon was on the way. Joe's first day of classes was cancelled and most of the city shut down.
We're going to go see capybaras. There are a lot of those here. We're very jet-lagged.
We braved the rain to visit nothing but coffee for cappuccinos, and we got to see these two very nice Shiba Inus, one of which was quite greedy. Followed by a visit to the Capybara Cafe. Following the capybaras, we walked over to this antique bookstore that was located underground in a parking garage. It was home to this very nice cat and thousands of rare publications. The owner of the store guided me to the botanical section, where I ended up picking out a book from the 70s on the Japanese art of ikebana, which is a form of floral arrangement. After a night of much-needed rest to recover from jet lag, we went downstairs to the hotel restaurant to get some coffee, and I spent a couple of hours in the room just knitting, listening to the rain hit the window. I worked a lot on my knitting on the plane. I guess that's not a good way to see it. I got so far. I switched my ball of yarn over here. So I did a couple inches. And I'm almost at the halfway point on this Sophie shawl before I go back. So it kind of increases that way. Probably go to about there. And then it'll go the other way and make a nice little hood. I feel like this is also the perfect color to be working on in Taiwan because you're seeing this kind of dark blue everywhere. So this book is actually in Japanese. In the afternoon, Joe left to set up his instruments at the school, so I packed my bag for a solo adventure. Here I'm loading some film into my camera. I bought these cheap Ilford sprites online. Basically a disposable camera, but you can reload the film into it. Pretty neat. The hand fan really came in handy here because it was so hot. And a portable charger, obviously. Taiwan has no shortage of temples. There's one on practically every corner. At this one I found a family of cats living behind it. As you can see here, the temples are just truly breathtaking. There's no shortage of attention to detail. They are covered from floor to ceiling in beautiful colors and imagery, and the smell of incense fills the air. As you'll see in just a second, I was quickly humbled by the sidewalk here at this coffee shop. The pedestrian infrastructure of Taiwan consisted of pathways linking businesses and painted designations on the road, but a lot of the time they were obstructed by scooters that were parked there, so it becomes a bit of an obstacle course weaving in and out of them. Here's some of the lingering typhoon damage from the night before. On the way to the Sicao Bridge to see the coast, we stopped at Kapisiu Coffee to escape the humidity and had one of the best coffees of our lives. We bought beans to bring home and talked about it for days afterwards. And those windows, not frosted, just steam from the temperature difference outside. I guess it's time to go. I did a bunch of knitting today because I didn't feel super good. The next day, I headed into Tainan City. My first stop was the famous Hayashi department store in the West Central District. It was built during Japanese rule in 1932 and featured 5 floors of local food goods, clothing, and trinkets. Many attractions in Taiwan have stamp stations so you can commemorate your visit. I stamped my junk journal before heading to the Tainan Art Museum. The Tainan Art Museum consists of 2 buildings, this one being Building 2, which houses more modern works and design. Whereas Building 1 down the street leans more traditional and houses a beautiful garden annex in the center of the gallery. 1 ticket grants you admission into both buildings.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
I don't even know if you could see the whole look. Look at Joe though. Joe looks so cute today. I bought this yesterday at the Hayashi department store.
I bought this. What we got here? A little Uniqlo linen cotton blend for the heat. And then this is Alex Crane linen. And then this is kind of fun. I got this scarf, and I'm using a ring that I have that I don't really wear much, and it works really nice. It's like, what do you call it? Like an ascot? Or like a bowl, almost like a bolo kind of thing. And then you got like some cool vintage rings. My Omega Vibin.
He's so cute.
Keep going.
The big into energy. I think this is Loyalty. And then we got her a Rico GR1.
The following morning, Joe finally had time off, so I brought him back to the West District for coffee and a visit to the Confucius temple grounds. We found a city guide by Beams Takes Tainan and followed it to the Stablenice building, a collaborative art space and cafe. We ordered a coffee, dragon fruit tea, butter toast, and tiramisu. Taiwan masters the art of sweet treats and caffeine.
Exciting to see.
That night, we patroned Swallow Cocktail Bar for a 10 out of 10 martini. Stablenice was so cozy that I came back the next day to knit on their rain-soaked patio while waiting for Joe to finish teaching. What a perfect place to knit.
This was Joe's last day of teaching, so when we met up, we hopped back on the high-speed rail to Taipei for part 2 of our trip.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here we are.
We're in Taipei City.
Hey, that's right. We got in last night. There's a big line of people hanging out. This place is called Master of Rice Ball.
It's raining again. Is it that way?
I think it's right there. We're going to JIUFEN.
And it's this little mountain town. And it kind of looks like a Studio Ghibli. I think it's where
Miyazaki was like...
they got the inspiration for Spirited Away. So, let's see. We got a tuna rice ball and the special, which we don't know what it is, signature.
We'll see.
And a soy milk.
On our first morning in Taipei, we took the MRT from Taipei main station to Ruifang, then a bus to JIUFEN, which took about an hour total. The bus wound its way up the mountain, giving us breathtaking views of the villages below. We spent the day wandering JIUFEN Old Street, weaving through hundreds of little shops.
You're not gonna buy it?
I'm going to.
We eventually ended up at a tea house overlooking the mountains, sipping oolong with the mist rolling in over the view below. I remember turning to Joe in this moment and telling him how grateful I felt to be living a core memory and recognizing it at the time.
We use first time water to hot the cup.
Capybara ring in the mix today. It's only 30 seconds, but maybe I'm running it because I got yapping. It was very, very bitter.
I don't think I've ever seen anything so peaceful. We are tired.
Are we? China's tired.
We are tired.
We're so tired, so tired.
Mm-hmm.
like ice.
Okay, it is Saturday. Let's see. It's Saturday the 12th at 11:42. I was supposed to meet Joe 12 minutes ago, a 20-minute walk away. I'm just not feeling super well today. I don't know if any of you guys feel like this, but I'm absolutely a homebody. And when I'm away from home for too long, it just really gets to me. I'm like a little bit sick. I've lost my voice again, which is becoming a recurring theme when I travel for more than like 3 days. I just get laryngitis or I lose my voice. I don't know if it's the pressure change or just like I'm not good enough about being hydrated. But this is the third hotel that we've been in a week. And living in a suitcase, like usually I'll unpack everything and kind of like make some semblance of being home. But living in a suitcase and like having to move around is really kind of getting to me. But I took my first real shower of the trip. Like we have a beautiful rainfall shower in this bathroom. Joe booked a really beautiful hotel called the Madison TAIPEI. And I don't know, I'm just trying to find some like semblance of cozy. So I've kind of like reset and put some of my things away. And yeah, so trying to feel better, trying to take up some space. Today we're going to go to the Leica gallery. Joe, I think, is already there. And then I really want to go to the Pop Mart store. It's 4 floors here. See if I can get a little blind box treat to make myself feel better. Joe had me pack an extra shirt for him because it's so hot outside. So I actually had to change. I was leaving and he's like, you need to change your outfit because I'm usually in a long sleeve. Last night we were going to a reservation that we had and it ended up being in this super fancy hotel. And I was admiring this girl's outfit. Like I was looking at her dress. She was so beautiful and she was with her partner. And I did not know that this bar was in like such a fancy hotel. So I was wearing this like beams, you know, button down with like wide leg kind of cozy trousers and sneakers. I kind of looked like more street style. Like I didn't look bad, but she looked at me, then pointed at me and laughed. And it was so mean. Oh my God. So yeah, everyone has been so nice for the most part, but that really like, I don't know. Also, I guess it's more of a reflection of her. Like, you can be the hottest person alive, but if you have a shitty energy, I don't know, being mean makes you ugly. So, lesson of the day, don't do that. I'm going to go try and not get laughed at today, I guess. In Da'an Park, we spotted thousands of cattle egrets gathered at the pond, plus a couple of black-crowned night herons. Somewhere between birdwatching and dodging scooters, we walked through this market and got our first boba of the trip, which was actually pretty surprising to us given that Taiwan is the birthplace of boba.
Oh, I like it. It's like very mid-century modern.
At this point in our day, there was a bit of a torrential downpour, so we hid out in the Taiwan Design Museum and went to this coffee shop called Everyday Object. We didn't actually go into the gallery because there was a huge lineup for the exhibition that was going on, but we did get a coffee.
We're leaving.
Did you get that? We're leaving. We're going to the museum first.
We're going to the National Taiwan Museum.
We're checking out of our hotel. Museum. Soymilk.
Soymilk, fuhang soymilk.
Maybe coffee. And then we go to the airport and we fly 13, 14 hours and then we see the kitties.
We see the kitties. We miss them so much.
Yeah.
So many good animals.
A lot of nice animals.
What's happening?
On our final day, after checking out of our hotel, we lined up at the legendary fuhang soymilk and ordered practically everything on the menu. The line was mental. It went down the stairs and around the corner, but the food was so good. I've really never had soymilk like that in my life. After breakfast, we walked over to the National Taiwan Museum, which covers everything from indigenous history to natural sciences. My work as a tattoo artist focuses primarily on flora and fauna, so I love a natural history museum. This trip was just such a wonderful experience, and I feel so grateful to have had it with someone that I love. The people were also so incredibly kind and welcoming and warm and just eager to share their land and their culture with us. I really loved it. Thanks for having us, Taiwan, and until next time. If you liked this, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.